Hi, I'm Alison Byrnes. I made a book at the Women's Studio Workshop in 2013, and I'm back 4 years later teaching tight screen print, which is all about registering lots of colors in a screen print. So this is a very fancy hole punch for printmaking. You can use a regular hole punch that you just have. It should be the kind that has several holes that crunch down at the same time, not like a single hole puncher, because the whole point is to have them be in the same place every time. So you want your holes often to be on the longer side because it will stabilize the paper more and have them a little further out. On a print that's this small, which is 8.5 by 11, it still works to have it be on the short edge, and sometimes it helps with your squeegee pulling because you want to pull with a smaller squeegee. The first one I'm just gonna punch, and then I'm gonna set up a jig so I can easily set the rest of the paper where this one was, and then I'm always going to cross-check all the rest of my paper that the holes are in the exact same place. So I'm just taping down. You can tape down any straight edge or ruler, or this is just a triangle that I found. And then I'm also going to put just a cross-check corner on the opposite corner. It is best to do each page separately because they can shift a little bit in the stack. I have done up to 2 at a time. And then I put it back on my original and I check on each one that it's still lining up. These will be what fits onto the registration pins for registering your print on the print table. First thing you do is you get your ink flowing on a proof. Then you print onto an already taped down piece of acetate, which has kind of a hinge at the top, so it's not going to shift around. And it's best practice to have a way to match it up at the other end, the end that you flap back, to make sure it doesn't shift from side to side, because that does happen. The point of having the acetate is just to know where the print hits on the table, and then you use that just to know where you want to put your paper. So you take a print that's already in progress, and you just stick it under where you know the print is going to be hitting, and you move it around until it's where you think it needs to be. This color is hitting in 3 different registers, and a lot of the time you will not be able to get all 3 of them to be perfect. So you have to kind of pick and choose what your priority is. Now I just put the pins on my holes because I can't really reach in there very well because of the size of the acetate and where the paper is hitting, so I can slide the whole thing together. Okay, that's pretty close to what I want. Now I'm gonna tape it. Nothing's gonna shift. And it's always a good idea to tape like 3 corners of the registration pins, including the inside. Many times when in that process alone, it will shift a little bit, especially if you're doing finely registered work. So you have to cross-check again and push down the acetate always to see if it's actually hitting. By now, my ink might have dried, so I'm gonna do another proof. And it looks good, so I'm going to put on my real print paper. And I have now my 4th color. I'm going to go through the whole print stack like this. So just about 4 more colors to go on this one.